I'm Cecil Young. I was in the U.S. Army in World War II.
Truman Murphy. I was in the Korean War.
Odessa Flowers.
World War II.
And served in Fort Benning, Georgia.
Billy R. Davidson. I was E5, served in the Army.
Jesse Thrasher. And I spent my time in Germany and Spec 4.
My name's Eldon Ray. I was a corporal in the Army. And then I spent 18 months in Germany.
I heard Stockton. I was in Vietnam 68 to 69, stayed 12 months and 25 days. Came out as a sergeant.
I'm Kenneth Brewington. I served in the Korean conflict just a little over 3 years. And I was a sergeant first class. And I'm glad I got through it and got home. So that's, about all I know to say now. Been too long.
Raymond Wilburn. I was Staff Sergeant, Kentucky Army National Guard with Unit 1st and 623rd A Battery, Tonkinville, Kentucky.
My name is Stanley Parmley. I served in the 978th MP Company in the regular Army, and I live here in Berkshire, Kentucky.
My name's Alan Duval, and I served 4 years in the United States Air Force, 2 years and 7 months of that being in Wiesbaden, Germany. I'm proud to have served.
Clearsdale Crowley, Sergeant E5.
My name is Randall Flowers. I was in the 100th Division, 1959 through about 1965, and I got out and I was in E6.
I'm Junior Carey, and I was Sergeant First Class in the Army. Helicopter crew chief, mechanic. 2 years in the Korean War.
I was in service from 1957 to 1962. I served in the Army in the United States and Europe.
In the Army, went to Germany. I just stayed over about 17 months.
In La Havre, France, in 1945 when I was 16 years old. I was in Germany, in France, England, Czechoslovakia. Had a fine time.
I served in the U.S. Army.
Harold Cooksey in the Army.
Jimmy Cooksey in there in Korea.
Stationed in Panama during the Korean conflict, and that was kind of choice duty back at that time in history. And I moved here 22 years ago, and this is home now, and it'll always be home for me. Love Cumberland County. Ray Whitaker.
Mike Anderson, and I was in the Air Force from 68 to 72, and I was overseas in Thailand and Dover, Delaware, South Carolina. I was in 4 years.
Yeah, my name is Frank Sells. Lived in Cumberland County most of my life. I was in the U.S. Navy from 1967 to 1971. Glad to be here. Glad to support my country, and enjoyed the breakfast.
Billy Smith. I was in the U.S. Marines 4 years. I was 2nd Marine Air Wing. I worked crash rescue.
Well, sir, my name is Ellis Bishop. I served in the World War II. I was a medic in World War II. And the luckiest guy I ever saw in my life, he said, I didn't know I was hit till I felt blood in my mouth. Now, I had to find that bullet. I found it, and it went down his neck and landed in his shoulder.
Ed Collins, been service from 55 to 57.
No, my name is Ed Whitfield, and I served in the 100th Division for 6 years and attained the rank of First Lieutenant. and I really enjoyed my military service.
My name is J.D. Coffey, and I served in the Navy in World War II, and I was on the USS Wren and USS Sabine AO-25. It was the largest tanker in the 3rd Fleet at that time, and I was also on a yard minesweeper in the Huangpu River area, and I helped decommission it in Subic Bay in the Philippines, and I was discharged at Norfolk. Well, in Great Lakes, I embarked at Norfolk, Virginia, and so I saw a lot of the country. Before I left Cumberland County, I could never realize being someplace I couldn't see anything but water. And I got to see that during my tour of the Navy. So I got to see the signing of the treaty with Japan in Tokyo Bay, and I got to see a lot of things that normal people back here never saw.
I'm James Graham, better known as Jimmy in this area. I served in the Army for about 28 years in various places, Panama, Europe, and Southeast Asia, with 2 tours in Vietnam. I retired. My last job was the Inspector General of Leavenworth, Kansas, as a colonel.
My name is Ted Smith, and I served in the Army in Korea in 1951 and 52. I was a tank commander in the 7th Division, 31st Infantry Regiment.
My name's Louis Keller. I was in the Air Division of the Army, and a buck sergeant. I had a group that kept the fighters going off of Okinawa and keep them in shape. And then I was there when Japan surrendered.
Okay, my name is Marty Smith, and I was a veteran of the United States Marine Corps, served from 1991 to 2001, and I was told I was the first Marine officer from Cumberland County. I don't know if that's true or not. I was a fighter pilot, flew F-18s, and was happy to serve. It's a great country we live in. And these are my 2 beautiful daughters, Gracie and Elise. And my beautiful mother, Betty Williams, yes. And my beautiful stepfather.
And my aunt. Well, I got my family with me and friends here today. My name's Ewan Clay Prophet. I'm a sergeant in the United States Army. Been in since 2001. I've served 3 tours overseas, for 2 in Iraq, 1 in Kosovo, and I'm proud to serve my country.
My name's Richard Dwayne Williams. I was a tech sergeant in the United States Air Force. Entered the Air Force January 28, 1952, and stayed 21 years, 10 months, and 8 days. I was a crew chief on several different types of airplanes.
My name's Robert Stokes. I was sergeant in the U.S. Army and served for 2 years.
I'm Stephen Poindexter. I served in the Air Force from 1988 to 1990, and then served in the United States Coast Guard from 1990 to 1994.
Hi, my name's Carol Finley. I was in the United States Marine Corps from 1986 to 1993, and I served in Desert Storm.
My name is Darrell Moons. I served in Vietnam 1968 and 69 in U.S. Army, 1st Cavalry Division.
Tom Wilkinson, Army, Vietnam, 67, 68 with the Manchus.
My name is Frank Wright. I served in the 100th Division from 65 through 75.
My name is Barry Barnett. I served in the Navy from 76 to 89 on board the USS Orion, USS Sampson, the USS Yorktown, with the Gulf of Sidra conflict, and Achille Laurel.
I'm Larry Brown. I served 4 years in the Marine Corps, 60 to 64. Was stationed in Okinawa. Basic San Diego, shipped to Okinawa, came back 1st Marine Air Wing, Beaufort, South Carolina, and discharged from there. I guess I'd do it again.
My name is Robert Burns. I served in the Air Force from 52 to 56. I also was in Okinawa, but I didn't see him. If I had, I wouldn't have come back. But it's good to be here today. I love these people. They're my people. And I thank God for them this morning.
Leon Smith.
Is that it? I was in Army Reserve for 6 years and enjoyed part of it.
Bill McLaughlin. This is my wife Laura. I was in Air Force 67 to 71 active, a couple years of inactive reserve. Aircraft maintenance. Yeah, spent a year in good old sunny Southeast Asia.
I'm Bob Froge. I was in the Air Force from 61, 65, aircraft maintenance all over Europe. Spent a lot of time in Spain. My name is Bob Froge. My wife's Nellie Crawford Froge.
It's Tom Deegan. My wife Karen. I was in the combat engineers in Germany in the early 70s. And that was about it. Now I'm back home.
Yeah, I'm Joy Berry, Air Force 58 to 62. Came out Buck Sergeant. Got this cap for my grandson. He went in the Air Force right out of high school.
I was a Staff Sergeant at Raymond Cash. I'm from up across the line up in Clinton County.
Douglas Keene, served in Vietnam, in the Army, the Spec 4.
I'm Billy Black, retired from the Air Force, Master Sergeant. Dick Johns, Staff Sergeant, U.S. Army, 68, 69, and I'm down in Hendricks Creek. Got a houseboat, been here 20-some years. Love it.
Willie Curtis. I am a Cumberland County resident. I was a 504th Field Depot in 66 and 67. Specialist 4th class. Enjoyed the breakfast. Thank you.
Charlie Perry from Greenwood, Indiana. I was a E5 in the Air Force, 1967 through 1971. Thank you.
Rod Schneider. I was in the United States Marine Corps from 65 to 69, Vietnam 67, 68, and I appreciate the breakfast. Thank you very much.
This is Wilma. I served in the Air Force in the Korean War from 51 to 55. I was a radio operator on the C-119. That's about it.
Yes, my wife and I are very proud of our grandsons who are serving in the military now. There's 2 in the Army with the 101st, and then we got a grandson in the Air Force that's also in Afghanistan serving with the Red Horse. We just wanted to note them in our celebration here.
Good morning. My name is Richard Keene, and I served in the United States Air Force from August 1950 to August 1954 during the Korean War. And then during that time, I spent 3 years of my time in the South Pacific, in Japan and various islands down there. Eniwetok, Kwajalein, Wake, Midway, Johnston Island, numerous islands, and Okinawa as well. I might have missed some, but that's been over 50 years ago, and I'm a little bit foggy on some of those memories. But anyway, I had a good time in the service. Some of them were rough, and some of them were joyful, and Some of them were comical, but all in all, I'm proud to have served my country, and I'm glad to be here after 50-some years of service. And I'm sure glad to be here at Burkeville's 200th birthday, as I was born and raised here and left for 37 years and came back home. So I hope everybody has a great big old time the next 2 or 3 days. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Firing detail ready.